Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. We begin in the Northwest Territories, where researchers have discovered the first confirmed case of cyanobacteria, or blue-green algae, in a municipal drinking water source. The algae blooms were first found a couple of years ago, and now researchers are warning that this type of toxic bacteria could become more common in the NWT because of the warming climate. Tamara Merritt reports.
In 2023 and 2024, bacteria blooms were first discovered in Samba Cay's municipal water reservoir, which supplies the water treatment plant. The bacteria can't be boiled out of the water and could cause sickness like vomiting, rash, and fever. Researchers say these bacterial blooms will likely appear more often in the future.
Climate change is making this an emerging issue in the Northwest Territories. Historically, it was either too cold or, there wasn't the same influx of nutrients potentially. And so you just didn't see a lot of cyanobacteria blooms or cyanotoxic blooms. Under climate change and the changes that are occurring in the Canadian North, they're expected to become more common.
Samba Cay has received federal funding from the federal government's Climate Change and Health Adaptation Program, according to the community's Land and Protected Area Advisor. It will let the First Nations work with the GNWT to plan response protocols and look at how to modify the Samba Cay water treatment plant.
It's a very solvable problem. So depending on how frequently such occurrence happens, how much intensity this happens, we do have multiple options in pipeline or in development that can be implemented across as a whole government approach.
Meanwhile, Samba Cay has proposed solutions of their own. It includes UV shading for blocking out the sunlight and more support and resources for water treatment operators. Tamara Merritt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
4 wildfire crews from the Yukon are heading to Alaska. A fire has been burning there since Monday near the small community of Tok. So far, it's destroyed 20 structures. The fire is about 145 kilometers from the Yukon border. TJ Deer has that story.
Yukoners are helping to fight the Mukluk fire along with around 170 others. As of this morning, 16% of the fire is contained. That's according to Alaska's Department of Natural Resources. Part of the town remains under an evacuation order. An Anchorage resident assisting a group of bikers described what it was like.
We were heading off the Denali Highway and into Tok for our nightly stay before heading into Canada and noticed the smoke plume. A friend of mine is a trooper in Tok, so I reached out to him, and he confirmed that the fire was pretty bad and that I should try to confirm our reservations. We were unable to do so. We got to the motel, and there was nobody there.
Alaska Wildland Fire told CBC News this morning the fire is less than 100 kilometers from the border with the Yukon. It also says there are barriers between the fire and the border, including the Tanana River, some mountains, and the Taylor Highway. Alaska Wildland Fire also says the fire is human-caused and an investigation into it is underway. More than 100 people attended a community meeting last night in Tok. The state's Northern Regional Fire Management Officer said Canadian firefighters are on the ground and in the sky helping out.
We got 4 crews coming from Dawson, from Canada to help. We've got the 2 Q400 air tankers in today. We got 2 air tacs in today. We had 1 yesterday, 2 today. 2 more tanker aircraft have showed up. 2 water scooping aircraft are overnighting in Whitehorse and will be here tomorrow.
Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy declared a disaster for the surrounding region. This automatically triggers relief funding for public infrastructure repairs and for individuals affected by the fire. Cooler temperatures and small chances of showers are forecasted from tomorrow until Monday, but thunderstorms are also in the forecast for Friday night. TJ Deer, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Whitehorse RCMP are investigating a fatal collision on the Alaska Highway on Tuesday. 2 SUVs crashed head-on between the Crestview subdivision and Cousins Airfield Road in the city's north end. The driver of one vehicle died at the scene. The other was sent for medical treatment. Police say an individual is believed to have spoken with witnesses in the area before police arrived. They're asking that person and any additional witnesses to contact them. A counselor in Whale Cove, Nunavut, is facing numerous criminal charges, including manslaughter and sexual assault. And he insists he has no intention of stepping down from his position. As legal proceedings continue against him, the hamlet is now considering its options. Artie Sarkisian reports.
Michael Angutetuar entered the Iqaluit courthouse Wednesday morning in handcuffs. The Whale Cove councillor is facing multiple charges, including sexual assault, manslaughter, and criminal negligence after an incident that allegedly resulted in the death of a young woman on the morning of March 25th. A publication ban covers many details of the case. The woman's identity and the evidence presented at the Wednesday's bail hearing cannot be reported at this time. Angutetuar was elected to Whale Cove's council in 2023 for a 4-year term, and despite the serious allegations, he still holds the office. In a statement to CBC, Angutetuar's lawyer Alan Regal says his client plans to continue to serve on the council unless prevented by, quote, circumstances beyond his control. But the hamlet has different plans.
Well, I'll have to send him a letter saying he's off council.
Brian Fleming is Whale Cove's senior administrative officer. He says as soon as Angutetuar returns to the community, he will be forced to resign, but not because of his criminal charges. Angutetuar, Fleming said, owes the hamlet $1,200 for tires he never paid for. And he's missed more than 3 council meetings in a row. Fleming argues both those issues give the council the right to dismiss him. But Fleming adds the allegations against Angutetuar had an impact on the rest of the council.
I think it's important for council to remain, not biased in these circumstances, but I don't think they're too pleased with what all happened.
Back in Iqaluit, a judge ordered Angutetuar released from jail and into house arrest until his trial. Angutetuar will appear in court again on September 23rd in Whale Cove. Artie Sarkisian, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Canada's Chief of Defence Staff was in Iqaluit today. She wants to know what the community thinks of what she describes as the force's ambitious defence and security plans in the Arctic. As the CBC's Liam Britton reports, the country's top soldier is promising that communities will be involved in those plans.
How important will the Arctic be to Canada's defence? Well, General Jenny Carignan calls it priority number 1.
So it is very, very clear that the Arctic is changing, and we want to make sure that we are postured to defend our sovereignty.
But critics have said the military's presence in the north has not always been positive. It's left behind contaminated sites, disrupted traditional ways of life, and often ignored Inuit voices. General Carignan insists this time will be different, with more consultations on their plans.
To make sure that it is very transparent, that communities can understand what it is that we are looking and in planning.
So what is the military planning? Well, for starters, Iqaluit is set to host what she calls an operational support hub for missions by land, sea, and air.
Hangar spaces for fighter jets. We also need to think about stockpiling of ammunition or various equipment necessary for the Canadian Rangers to do their work.
Also in the works are what she calls nodes, smaller bases in remote communities. Exact locations still to be determined.
Because, of course, we actually want to consult before any decisions are being made.
So when these bases are built, what can Nunavummiut expect as benefits?
So what we can expect is a lot of opportunities for companies in the region, a lot of opportunities for a workforce with various skills.
But she admits since they don't know exactly what will be built or where, it's hard to know what kind of local hiring will be done. And with so much unknown, will Northerners be listened to, especially Inuit? Well, Carignan promised the military will listen to local input.
Of course, because we do have a lot to learn from the communities who live in the area, and we absolutely value this knowledge. And like when communities are involved into their own resilience and defense, it can only support defense and security a lot better.
Carignan says she'll be meeting with leaders in Iqaluit, including from the city, the territory, and Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated. Liam Britton, CBC News, Iqaluit.
It's still to be finalized and signed, but U.S. President Donald Trump says a trade deal has been reached with Canada. Prime Minister Mark Carney congratulated the negotiators, but has taken a more cautious approach. He says Canada is now moving towards an agreement. Catherine Tunney has the details.
A rare sight in Washington. Two top trade officials side by side talking positively about North American trade, suggesting an agreement between Canada and the U.S. to avoid tariffs is within reach.
We feel confident that we've reached an agreement that will not only continue to protect American workers, American jobs, American supply chains, but really strengthen the North American economy and create a situation where North America will continue to be an energy powerhouse, a manufacturing powerhouse, and align on important things like economic security and digital security.
The meeting this morning between Canada U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer came hours after Trump announced he was pausing his promised 50% tariffs on certain Canadian goods, which were scheduled to kick in at midnight, and hinted that a deal was close.
Subject to the finalization of documents, we have a deal with Canada, and I think it's a very good deal for both parties. It's great for our farmers. Our farmers will no longer be held up because they were being hurt very badly by Canada.
Public details are scarce. The president's mention of farmers raises questions about whether there's changes to Canada's supply management system, like how the Canadian government allocates quotas. Minister LeBlanc didn't offer specifics, but says supply management will be upheld.
I am very confident in these discussions, and as we finalize the final text, as Ambassador Greer said, the Prime Minister was very clear. We needed to protect supply management. We needed to ensure that the supply management regime remained entirely intact, and I'm confident that that's the case.
It's now crunch time to reach an agreed-to final document before Saturday, one the U.S. president, notorious for last-minute demands, will sign off on. Catherine Tunney, CBC News, Washington.
The North is getting its first integrated youth services hub. It's a movement across Canada that aims to establish one location for services for youth to help address things like mental health and substance use. And that new hub is coming to Whitehorse. The federal health minister was in Whitehorse today to re-announce more than $6.6 million for the much-needed project. It'll include the hub in Whitehorse that will offer mental health, well-being, and cultural services, as well as a mobile wellness unit to bring services to rural communities. This year, 64% more young Yukoners called the Kids Help phone at night for mental health issues. The minister says the new project means youth will have a place to turn when they need it most.
Having met with many youth and young adults across the country, and even yesterday here in Whitehorse, I am hearing your voices. I am hearing about your experiences, and I know that you can access better care and early intervention in ways you need it the most.
BITE, Empowering Youth Society, will run the project. It'll create a youth advisory council to help fully design it. BITE aims to launch the Whitehorse Hub and mobile unit next summer. Labor and delivery services are suspended at a Inuvik Regional Hospital in the NWT this week due to a staff shortage. It's a recurring problem in the North and across the country. And the head of the National Association representing OBGYN says money alone won't fix it. The CBC's Niall Nemeth reports.
The suspension of services is expected to last through Sunday, with patients being redirected to Yellowknife. The president of the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of Canada says the issue in the NWT is part of a wider problem across Canada.
Chronic underfunding of healthcare, high burnout levels, even before the pandemic, early retirement among specialists, and a steep decline in family physicians providing maternity care, as well as shortages of specialized labor and delivery nurses. They are very important to the system to be able to provide the care.
This has been a recurring issue in the territory. Inuvik suspended birthing services for 4 months in 2024, and Yellowknife Stanton Territorial Hospital lost services for 3 months starting December 2021. The territorial health system is offering generous benefits in an effort to recruit short-term doctors to Inuvik. A social media advertisement says doctors will get premium rates for August and select dates over the holidays in December and January. There is also a $20,000 incentive for those who complete 75 shifts in a year. Despite a need to address pay to attract and retain healthcare staff, Dr. Leland says that alone will not resolve structural issues.
Over the years, many of the more senior nurses have left the profession, and creating a gap in terms of the training of the next generation of obstetrical nurses. So we really have to support the nurses to be able to stay within the profession.
A longtime advocate of midwifery in the NWT says the services they offer could be part of a long-term solution.
To stabilize our whole maternal child health service here, we have to recruit the right mix of care providers, and that includes physicians, specialists, midwives, nurses. And then we have to work on creating models of care that empower all of those care providers.
Paulette says qualified midwives provide a range of care before, during, and after birth, and that, in conjunction with more doctors and nurses, can provide a fix for a fragile maternal health care system. Niles Nemeth, CBC News, Yellowknife.
What can particles from outer space teach us about what's under the Earth's surface? Turns out, a whole lot. It's the basis for a new kind of mining technology developed in the Yukon. Katrin Pilkington tells us how it works.
The Yukon's Fireweed Metals is one of the first adopters of a new technology that's now taking over the mining space. It aims to cut down on the time, cost, and environmental impact of exploration drilling. Here's how it works. When stars explode in space, they give off a shower of cosmic rays. Those rays collide with the Earth's atmosphere and create secondary subatomic particles called muons. At any given moment, they're falling all around us and diving deep into the Earth. They're completely harmless. In fact, there's been muons falling on your head every day since the day you were born. But they move slightly differently depending on the density of the objects they're passing through, like ore underground.
If you think of those particles in the same way as an X-ray particle, so when you go to the dentist, they put an X-ray gun to your mouth, they put a detector plate in your mouth, and it's basically your gums and teeth blocking those X-ray particles getting to the detector plate. Our technology is working in exactly the same way.
Sensors placed underground detect those particles and create a 3D or even 4D map of the subsurface. The project is a partnership between Simon Fraser University, IDEON, and others, and received over $21 million in federal funding set aside for technical innovation. Right now, using exploration drilling to figure out what's underground can be like playing a game of Battleship. It can take decades.
We're very limited in what we can see on the surface. Sometimes we can see outcrops. When we start drilling, we get more information from the subsurface, and it's really difficult to infer really what's under our feet underground.
The hope is reducing the surface impacts of extensive drilling and finding opportunities for deeper underground mines that could have a lower environmental footprint than an open pit mine.
It's something brand new to geophysics that we've utilized and leveraged for zinc exploration in Yukon. It never been done before. And we took that risk because we could see the opportunity that it could provide in looking at these spaces where we've not been able to explore before.
Major mining companies like Rio Tinto are now using technology developed right here in the territory to help find ore underground that's potentially been overlooked and maybe make long exploration timelines a thing of the past. Katrin Pilkington, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Elders from all three regions of Nunavut are in Iqaluit to talk about the importance of taking care of the environment. The Qawigatit Health Research Center is hosting an elders meeting this week at the Xarnit Hotel. One participant from Ophit says Inuit naturally took care of the land and the environment for thousands of years, but the federal government took away that duty when settlements began in Inuit Nunangat.
Inuit who grew up on the land were aware of their surroundings and the dangers it carries, but because of the settlements, not a lot of Inuit were able to get to know the land as well.
Paratak says listening to elders share their knowledge of the environment made it easier to understand how past generations lived. He says it's important to pass on knowledge to younger generations. You've probably noticed that the price of beef is going up, but in some stores there are still deals on offer. Alex Kozrowski looks at one choice shoppers are facing: buy Canadian beef or go for the inexpensive cut all the way from Australia.
Visit any superstore, no frills, or independent grocer in Saskatchewan, and you'll now find beef from Australia on the shelves. You'll also find it's nearly half the price of Canadian beef. Loblaws, which owns the grocery outlets, has added the meat as another option for consumers, but it's putting customers in a tough spot. Buy cheap or buy Canadian.
Well, I think it makes sense if the price is so high that people are going to look to something cheaper. I mean, certainly it's not the sustainable options.
Last time I tasted beef other than ground beef was probably 2 Christmases ago.
Would I consider? Probably not, but we'll see. At some point I may taste it and see. It's hard to believe they can ship it all the way and it'd be a lot cheaper.
Loblaws says it remains committed to supporting Canadian beef producers while providing its customers with choice and value. The head of the Canadian Cattle Association says international beef on the shelf doesn't hurt local producers, as their feeding methods make for a different product.
The result is really a product that is leaner, doesn't tend to have quite the same marbling, and therefore isn't as preferred in Canada as compared to the Canadian produced beef.
Fulton says thanks to the Trans-Pacific Partnership, Australian exported beef is filling a void here, while Canadian products do better in markets like Japan and Vietnam. But he also thinks the low price of Australian meat in Loblaws grocery stores could hurt the retailer.
The other likely big factor here is that retailers will use a lost leader tactic, where they will, drop the price of a certain product even below what it costs for them to bring it in.
And he says that could cost Loblaws money in the end. But for the average grocery shopper, quality and cost will stay in consideration when they get to the meat section.
Beef is definitely a luxury. So if any of our friends want to invite us over for a steak, I'll bring a salad.
Alex Kozrowski, CBC News, Regina.
A new fishing exhibit at the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre in Yellowknife is hitting the road. The centre built a smaller, transportable version of it to bring into the communities. The CBC's Lawrence Nayali went to the museum to check it out.
Hello, hello, Fish Lake, are you by? I repeat, hello, hello, Fish Lake, are you by?
So we are in a fishing caboose, which is a term for like a temporary house that commercial fishers use out on the big lake in the wintertime. It's a shack, like a skid shack. The exhibit sort of runs through traditional fishing, that's to say before contact, through early commercial fishing, which is like fishing for residential schools or fishing for churches, to the bona fide commercial fishing industry, which is in the 40s when companies came up from southern Canada to fish lakes like they've been doing down in the south.
And you'll be bringing this to communities across the north. Tell me the reason behind that. Well, why did you want to bring this exhibit to the different communities that are slated for this month?
Yeah, so the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre is sort of like, it's a partner organization with lots of other heritage centres around the north, and so Hay River is sort of ground zero for commercial fishing. And working with them to tell this story was kind of the impetus of the idea. The communities we're going to visit are, Dada Dilo. We're going to the Hato gathering this weekend, which is out at the Williday site. Yeah. And that's a first opportunity to pilot this thing and let people have a look inside. Then Bachko, Jaticoin, Port Providence. We're going to Deninucoin, Fort Resolution, and then Catledeche. And then it goes back to Hay River, where it's going to live in perpetuity, so outside their heritage center. So telling stories that maybe people don't remember anymore, but also receiving stories, because I think people are going to show up and they're going to tell us lots of stories. There's a huge map of the big lake out here, and maps are just like a magic wand for stories, right? As soon as people see a map, they like to tell their own stories.
Yeah.
but started 10,000 years ago when ice sheets melted and left like thousands of lakes around the Northwest Territories. So my thinking is that fishing is probably what supports the Northwest Territories more than anything else. We make a lot of deal about caribou and moose populations, but it's really fish that keep us alive, right?
What a cool looking exhibit. That was Trails End host Lawrence Nayali speaking with Mike Mitchell at the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre in Yellowknife. Now let's take a look at your weather. And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.